Now that we have set the right hand, let's focus on the left hand. Again, for this video, you will need your full clarinet, mouthpiece and barrel, a reed, and your ligature. It can also be helpful to practice these exercises in front of a mirror to check your hand position and embouchure. If you need to, pause the video and get these items now. We will start by moving the right hand back to the bell so we can concentrate completely on the left hand. Let's watch as Kelsey demonstrates the sound you can get with your left hand set. Now watch as Kelsey sets her left hand. Then we will do this together. First, she places her thumb on the thumb tone hole on the back of the clarinet. It should be at an angle. Notice as she presses the key, her thumb completely covers the tone hole. It also touches the bottom of the register key, but is not pressing it down. You do not want to have too much thumb touching the register key, as this could cause leaks on the thumb hole and you might accidentally press the register key down. You also do not want to have the thumb sideways, as this will make it difficult to use the register key when you need it later on. Keeping the thumb at the proper angle will be a great help later in clarinet playing. Now, with her thumb in place, she will lean the clarinet back on her left shoulder. Next, she will place her index finger at an angle going directly over the A and A flat keys. This finger will touch but not press down these two keys. The pad of the first finger should cover the first tone hole. The middle finger will also be at a slight angle and will cover the second key ring and dig into the tone hole. The ring finger will be placed on the bottom tone hole that does not have a key ring. As with the right hand, the fingers should slightly overlap the key rings, and the pads of the fingers should dig into the tone holes. After pressing these keys down, she again has complete circles on the pads of her fingers. Like the right hand, her pinky will hover above the silver keys on the side of the clarinet. She always keeps her pinky close to the keys, ready to play. You do not want to tuck your pinkies under the clarinet or let them fly away far from the instrument. The pinky should be right above the silver keys at all times. Also, your fingers should not leave their home positions or bunch up together like this. They should remain in their home position at all times, even when they are not pressing down keys. Now that you have seen Kelsey demonstrate the proper left hand position, you can practice this with us. Go to ready position with your right hand on the bell. Now set your thumb on the tone hole on the back of the clarinet. It should be at an angle. As you press the key, your thumb should completely cover the tone hole. It should also touch the bottom of the register key but not press it down. Now, with your thumb in place, lean the clarinet back on your left shoulder. Next, place the index finger at an angle going directly over the A and A flat keys. This finger will touch but not press down these two keys. The pad of this finger should cover the first tone hole. Now place the middle finger on the second key ring and dig it into the tone hole. This finger will also be at a slight angle. The ring finger will be placed on the bottom tone hole that does not have a key ring. As with the right hand, the fingers should slightly overlap the key rings, and the pads of the fingers should dig into the tone holes. After pressing these keys down, you should again see complete circles on the pads of your fingers. Like the right hand, your pinky should hover above the silver keys on the side of the clarinet. Again, do not tuck your pinky behind the clarinet or let them fly away from the keys. Keep the pinky close to the keys, ready to play. Now bring the clarinet back to ready position and press the keys down, covering all of the tone holes and digging your fingers into the tone holes. Check again to see if you have complete circle indentations on the pads of your fingers. Now press pause and practice correct left hand position. Each time you practice, use these simple reminders to help form the correct hand position. Now watch as Kelsey goes to playing position with her right hand still near the bell and her left hand set correctly. Notice how her wrist is in and bent slightly to allow for proper playing position. Notice that the clarinet is still placed at the proper angle. Now try this with Kelsey. Set your left hand correctly. Then go to playing position. Be sure your wrist is slightly bent and that your thumb and fingers are completely digging into the tone holes. Make sure you are at the correct mouthpiece angle and that the bell is between your knees, forming your right triangle. Go back to ready position. Now press pause and practice going to playing position several times with correct left hand position, but do not make a sound just yet. Now that you are more comfortable in the correct playing position with your left hand, let's play our first note, C. Watch as Kelsey demonstrates this for us. Now go to ready position with your left hand set correctly and leave your right hand near the bell. Now press your thumb and all your fingers down except for your pinky. Go to playing position and check to make sure you have your correct right triangle and great hand position. Now play a C with Kelsey. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Go to ready position. How'd you do? Double check your fingers to make sure you're completely covering all of the tone holes and not pressing down any extra keys. Let's try that again. Go to playing position. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Go to ready position. Now press pause and practice playing C a few times using these important reminders. Now that we have set both hands, we're ready to put them together. Watch as Kelsey demonstrates this. First, from ready position, she'll set her right hand correctly, but she will not press any of the keys down. Her fingers will be in their home position, hovering above their designated tone holes. Next, she will set her left hand, paying particular attention to her thumb angle and index finger. She will press all of these keys down except for the pinky. This is the proper way to finger C. Watch as Kelsey demonstrates this note. Now that you have seen proper hand position demonstrated, we're ready to try this together. Go to ready position. Set your right hand correctly, leaving your fingers in their home positions, hovering above their designated tone holes. Set your left hand correctly, paying attention to your left thumb and index finger. Press the thumb and first 3 fingers down. Be sure you're completely covering all of the tone holes in your left hand. Leave the pinky up in its home position. Now go to playing position. Keep your hands set and be sure that all fingers that are not being used are still in their home positions. Now go back to ready position. Press pause and practice setting your clarinet with both hands a few times without playing a note, using these important reminders. Now we are ready to play our first C with proper hand position. Go to ready position and set both of your hands in the correct position. Now go to playing position, bringing the clarinet to you. Finger your C, covering all of the tone holes and digging your fingers into the tone holes. Play this sound with Kelsey. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Go back to ready position. How'd you do? Let's try this one more time. Make sure your hands are set correctly. Now go to playing position. 1, 2, ready, breathe. Go back to ready position. Now practice these sounds several times until you can perform a C on your clarinet consistently with good posture, the correct embouchure, good airflow, and correct hand position. Each time you practice, focus on these essential elements of clarinet playing. Sit with proper posture. Be sure the clarinet is at the correct angle. Be sure your left thumb and index finger are at the proper angles. Dig your fingers into the tone holes. Make sure your right thumbnail is placed on the thumb rest. Keep your fingers in their home positions when they're not being used. Keep your pinkies above the silver keys. Take in the correct amount of mouthpiece and form the correct embouchure. Take a full breath and maintain good airflow. Learning to use the correct hand position is an essential part of playing the clarinet. Establishing the correct hand position early will allow you to make steady progress and truly enjoy playing the clarinet.